Okay. Today I'm going to
The other day I made a
react to
video
a
about the
Schwanhead
Pragmata.
video because yes, I want to make reaction content. I've tried to record this as a video, but for some reason when I hit record, it will just make my computer crash within 10-15 minutes of recording. So I'm just going to live stream this on Twitch so people can join me on Twitch as well. And to top it off, yeah. My brand is going to be Scuff for a long time because I can't fix stuff. Though I have been able to fix custom emotes from a certain website and other stuff. Blah blah blah. I've seen a bit of this video already. I got, but you know, yeah. My username was fuck_face. It's now it just basically translates to ass face. I'm gonna be this for 2 months and then stuff. Maybe Twitch will stop being stupid to me because of what I do. But there are numerous people that have fuck in their name, who are good streamers, who have 1,000 to several thousand people, and I'm going to just quickly shout them out. Well, wait, you can just go and you can type fuck in on your thing, and you'll immediately get as fucked 1.1 thousand followers. Dre fucked 348. We have Fanko, that's not them. We have fuck_leg. We have fuck5 live with a few thousand. We have fuck Felix with 1.4 thousand. There's currently a live stream called Fuck K. There's also another person called Fuck CR with 41, and then Fuck RS with 5.3 thousand followers. So I don't know why I can't be fuck_face if they can have fuck in their titles or in their name. And then we also have just to name a few of those people. So Twitch, you're targeting me kind of for only making me not allowed to have my name, even though I had it for a few years and my account is 12 years old as of today. It is a 12-year-old account as of today. So I do not see why I'm not allowed to be called fuckface when we have people with several thousand. We have people with a few hundred, several hundred, 1,000, a few thousand with fucking their name. And then we have a few people with other prominent things. I'm sorry. But that's just a double standard. You can't really do that when you're doing other things. That's kind of hypocritical. Just like Hassan, who is the vocal point of this video and shoe on head react. I just need to get this out the way right now before we dive right into the video.
Video game drama, and covered some insane opinions people were having about it. How the game activated some fatherly instinct in some men, and how people were calling those men creepy incels for having the basic human desire to start a family. A small part of that video was covering far-left Twitch streamer Hassan Piker's awful opinion about it. I will play that segment in its entirety so you have some context.
What's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff.
Says you.
And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things you actually enjoy, right? If you're a
so by that logic, why should you be telling us what to care about then if it doesn't mean anything to us when most of us are lonely and want to be loved for, and then you're over here saying this and that, and then yeah, that makes no sense to me. But you do you, Hassan. All you have going for you is you kind of remind me of a person whose mother was Middle Eastern and their father was born and raised in California, and decided to call you Hassan. Yeah.
lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, it's just not something that you're gonna experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right? This is something that I never understand.
Wow, maybe there's a reason people are yearning to start a family.
We need to make a case study to understand Hassan. Like, we have the anime case study of Ventankus or whatever. Yeah, no, we need a case study on Hassan, the man who was supposed to be the left's Joe Rogan, but is too stupid to listen to other people's opinions.
And can't afford to have one and can't seem to find a partner. They feel alienated from their work and atomized from their community. If only there was a political commentator around to speak about all this.
Shoe on head.
Oh well, guess not. First of all, the only care about something if it affects you is extremely libertarian coded and also very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. Second of all, what is this nihilistic horseshit? Yeah, never aspire for anything, never aim for greatness and meaning. And I love how he's like, unfuckable losers. Like, okay, congrats on the sex, bro. Check out this sex haver over here. I'm sure all those unfuckable losers could easily go to foreign brothels and pay for sex like you, Hassan. Also, 35? No kids? Sitting in his ugly ass $600 Gucci sweater. I swear I've never seen this guy in a fucking normal ass t-shirt. Sitting on his high horse, looking down at people for wanting something more out of life. I don't understand how someone could be so mentally mind raped that this is their reaction to such like a simple, wholesome concept. That was 3 minutes of a 30-minute long video. I didn't think much of it, I just uploaded it and moved on. The next day I woke up and my YouTube homepage was flooded with videos like Shoe on Head just ended Hassan. Shoe on Head destroys Hassan. Shoe on Head finishes on Hassan. Wait, what? I had no idea.
Yo, don't finish on Hassan, Shoe. We don't want that. We do not want that. That person, we do not want that.
Idea what was going on, and to my surprise he actually responded back, which then prompted a bunch of new videos. Hassan just had his biggest meltdown. Hassan's biggest meltdown yet. Shoe on Head has completely mind-broken Hassan. His response to me couldn't be that bad, right? Right?
What an unbearable f***ing way to exist, dude. Oh, I'm getting all my politics from Shoe on Head. Ooh, look at me. I'm an emo girl. Ooh, look at me. 4chan guys who are now 30.
I don't know how he gets what he is saying. Most people don't just get their politic info from Shoe on Head. Some people wake up in the morning and turn on the news and watch the morning news and for their local area and other stuff. And I don't know how Shoe is an emo when she doesn't fit, like, she fits like one criteria, maybe two, for being classified as emo.
8 years old want to fap to me. Why would you openly admit that?
I mean, I know I'm a shitter. I shitpost a lot, and I have a bunch of scuff shit. But that's because, one, I'm stupid, too, and I can't be bothered enough to fix it when I've spent so long trying to fix it. But I've had people, to me, it's a lot easier than you think. You can just go on Grindr. You could just go on a porn website. You could just go where you ever want to go. Or you could have the homies. I'm just saying.
You listen to Shoe on Head. What the f is wrong with you?
In this video, I'm going to show my raw reaction to his response, and throughout that will be sprinkled in like normal commentary. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest, I was really debating whether or not to do a response to his response, but like, everyone else is covering this crash out, so why wouldn't I, the subject of said crash out, cover it myself? Like, there's currently a resolution in Congress to, like, disavow Hassan Piker, the same thing that they did to Nick Fuentes, disavowing private citizens for what they said on the internet. What are we doing here? Does our government really have nothing better to do? Like, there is so much going on in the country right now, so much going on in the world right now. I feel like decades worth of news happens, like, every week. Every day there is a breaking story of the most insane stuff you've ever heard in your life. Everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion immediately. But the reality is, when a story first breaks,
I can't have a fully formed opinion immediately. If I can tell you I think in the moment, but will I stand by that? Maybe. I need to know the other side too.
You're probably not seeing the full picture. And that's why for 5 years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we dive into today's reaction and video, shall we? When you browse the news, you will probably arrive at completely different conclusions depending on what outlet you see first. For example, if you saw this headline first, you might think things are going according to plan and the war may be over soon, and this is just a smart pressure tactic to get the deal done. However, if you saw this headline first, you might think that things are going to escalate. And if you saw...
Personal opinion, I see these headlines, I do not care. 90% of everything that is put up on the news is fucking fake or a white lie at this point. I don't fucking... Nah, dude. Only thing I believe is would be footage and recounting of the people that are there, and other than this person right here who twists what they say. Like, when Biden made us give up our military base and destroy the MRAPs and all the other stuff that we had there because it would cost too much to bring it home. He made us leave in 2 days when we could have left. We could have either, one, kept our presence right there, not costing that much more, or two, slowly took all of our assets away and then blew up the base about 13 hours after we all left, so that way they couldn't take it, or just give it to the local government there after we get all of our important shit out. But no, Biden said, destroy all that stuff, and we want to get out now. I don't care if we have casualties on the on this. I want to embarrass our country. That's what he did. And people were like, he left. He got us out of Iran, out of the Middle East for good now. We're good. We're saved. We had nothing bad happen. Bitch, we had like 3 or so Americans die in that shit. We lost $17 billion worth of equipment invested there. I'm talking raw materials, the base itself, the ammunition, the vehicles and the fuel, everything there. About $17 billion. The weapons, there was even FOBs, forward operating bases that we just deserted that had equipment there too, not just the main big ass fucking airport that the U.S. Army, Marines, and Air Force all shared out there. There were FOBs that were spread out around too, that were fed by that base to maintain security, and we just abandoned all that shit, all this stuff. Nah, dude, that was stupid.
This headline first. You might think Trump is going crazy and probably is not emotionally stable enough to even be the president.
I personally think anyone who is gotten a high school diploma and is at least 22 should be able to run for president after they take a test. Like, you know, I think the president of the United States, in order to run, you should have a not even a high school diploma. Let's just make it so that you're an American citizen, you're 20 years old, and you take an ASVAB test, and you get a score of 50 or higher, and then you should be able to take it. The ability to run for president. I think we should do that instead of being like 35 or some shit and having to not only fork up millions of dollars, but also have people pay you millions and millions of dollars in order to just run for president. We're at the I really feel like this country's should stop being ran like it's the fucking 40s. Times are changing, words are changing. We've already, dude, from in the last decade, 2016, we would use the word FAP if we were going to please ourselves. Both genders would use it. We would now, in 2026, we use the word gooning. Just how the word queer is a Shakespearean word that just translated to weird. And then it just slowly, in the early 2000s and stuff, the gay people took it and was like, this is our word now. And it's offensive and shit. And like, I feel like that's where the snowflakes started to come out. And then we hit 2019, 2020, and it's just snowflakes everywhere, dude. You can turn on a heater and everyone will just start having a meltdown. It's no, dude. No. You can't even use historical words anymore that have old definitions or other definitions or that are double entendres without having to sit there and explain the context on why you could use this word and be grammatically correct. Like, just to... Come on, dude. Bison.
Headlines, three
English.
completely different conclusions. And that's why today's sponsor, Ground News, is so important. Ground News is a website and an app designed to make reading the news easier and more data-driven. Every day they pull in thousands of stories from all around the world, and each story comes with visual breakdowns of political leanings and ownership bias. Let's go back to that story to see it in action.
Ownership bias. I don't like that.
Right away, you can see that 117 outlets covered this story. That's a lot. You can also see the bias distribution chart for the story. The coverage was pretty even all across the political spectrum. And under that, you can check the overall factuality and ownership. You can even see who broke the news first, which is pretty cool. But one of my favorite features of Ground News has to be the blind spot feature. It is so fun. It basically shows you news stories that have been covered by one side of the political spectrum, but ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how the US government wants Google to share data on an unidentified Canadian Trump critic. Bizarre and dystopian. 32 outlets covered this story, 22 were left-wing, and only 2 were right-wing. That's insane. I am definitely going to read up on this. I've been using Ground News for years now. It is one of the first apps I check in the morning. It really helps me digest all the news better and helps cut through all the noise. But don't just take my word on it. The Nobel Peace Center called it an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I'm currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. So go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code here on screen, or use the link in the video description down there. Big thank you to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. I can always count on you. Right? And now, without further ado...
Personally, why would you skip a shoe on head ad? I mean, like, she puts all this effort to look good, put a different outfit on for funsies, and she's animated and stuff. And probably... You're probably just having the video on the background anyways, so...
Let's get back to this video. So I thought it would be fun if someone joined me responding to this, because it is so ridiculous. I needed somebody to like bounce off with, because I felt like I needed some like emotional moral support, because I feel like I'm going insane
21 minutes in, 7 minutes in.
Watching this. So I am joined here today with the lovely Smug Alana, the VTuber, everyone's favorite Oshi.
Hey guys, I'm a JPEG and I would bow, but I can't, so just pretend I am doing it right now.
No, nice bounce.
Well, I mean, it'll get the views in, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you were on the last Shoe on Head video. I will literally myself if you bring that shit up in here, okay? Why? What do you want me to do?
Bro just said he would do it when he brings that up in here. And he just did. This guy's already lying. Oh my god. He's a big hypocritical liar. Look at him. He's a laughing stock. No one is laughing with him. Everyone laughs at him. I don't even think there's like there's probably 72 motherfuckers that agree with this motherfucker in his Twitch chat. Most of them people probably just in there for funsies.
Myself in the face, not die in the process, but at least lose significant chunks of my brain.
If you get shot in the face, like direct in the face, like anywhere here specifically, odds of you surviving are slim to none. If it's with a 22, you're definitely dead, because a 22 is gonna bounce around. And if you're shooting the face here and it's straight, it's probably gonna go through, hurt a lot, and you'll probably bleed out. Especially if it goes through right here, because there's no bone there, and it's just gonna go straight into your throat and you're gonna die. And if you're using anything bigger than a 22 and getting shot in the face, you're gonna get fucked up if you don't have ballistic mask on. If you get shot in the face with hollow point, you're fucking toast. Only way you could probably survive getting shot in the face is if it's a 12 gauge at 100 yards or 100 meters and shooting a rat shot or lesser, or if it's a smaller caliber and it's shooting buckshot. A smaller caliber than 12 gauge, like maybe a 10 gauge shotgun with buckshot at 100 meters, you might survive, but you'll be maimed and probably lose vision in one eye forever. That's the only way you get a shot. If that shit's happening point blank, dude, you're dead. You're fucking dead. He is lying. This is the type of guy that would say all this shit about video games and then not understand what video games are and how unrealistic most FPS shooters are.
So I can operate at the same substandard, suboptimal IQ level that Shoe on Head and her dumb audience operates in, so I can do a...
Hey Hassan, at least I have the ability to think and be somewhat creative. I mean, yeah, I don't have the ability to have a good setup like you, because I didn't pay anyone to set up my shit for me, and definitely didn't have any of my porn star girlfriends help me set up this shit or any of this other stuff. So yeah, you should probably look in a mirror and realize just because you are decently looking right now doesn't mean you own the world. There are people that are fugglier than you who are nicer and better human beings than you. All you are good for is to create content to laugh at you with. We're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you because of how stupid you are. You remind me of a person who has an ASVAB score of 0. And then, on top of that, they're fucking retarded and deaf and blind. Because the reason I say this is because you are so fucking far up your ass that you can't even hear half the shit people are saying to you when you're over here saying something. I distinctly remember you going on about people changing their opinions is cool as long as they're changing their opinions with you in your favor. But if they're not, then they're whatever the fuck you call them now. Like, you're special needs, bro. That's coming from a guy with autism.
Regular response to that? Is that what you want me to do?
Why is he so mad?
Still has yet to bring up anything.
Nothing. 0 points.
Like,
0 points
how
addressed.
How many seconds?
Bro's more mad than 2016 COD lobbies on the PS3, dude.
I basically made the same joke in my video about like giving myself brain damage so I could understand. Trying to follow the logic here. Let me just give myself some brain damage. Imagine being that chatter, like, hey Hassan, did you check out this video? Do you want me?
Ooh, look at me. I'm an emo girl, and I change my politics all the f***ing time.
Who's
Ooh.
emo?
Time out. Time out.
Please.
Emo?
I wasn't even gonna bring that up. No, hold on. For me, it's the wild way that he frames having nuanced opinions, like depending on the subject. Like, God forbid you disagree with Hassan Piker, the arbiter of correct opinions of the internet.
I do not have that many videos. I have like 100 videos in the span of like a decade. You could go randomize and click on any of those videos and you wouldn't be able to tell if it was made today or 10 years ago. Which, honestly, I shouldn't be bragging about. But, okay, my point is, I haven't changed that much. And the things I have changed my mind about, I'm very open about. The way he's framing people changing their minds, changing their political opinions over time as, like, a bad thing is bizarre. Especially as a guy whose goal is, I assume, to change people's mind politically. He's totally for people changing their minds politically, but only when they change their mind to agree with him. He supports people changing their mind as new information presents itself. He supports iDubbbz apologizing for the crime of being funny 5 years.
A lot of old iDubbbz fans online upset that he has changed for the better. I'm proud of him for taking ownership over the toxic and racist aspects of his old content. I'm glad he's grown to have a more empathetic outlook. Yo, the person that made that tweet is fucking stupid. iDubbbz had to rebrand in order to stay relevant because people are becoming more and more snowflakes. He wasn't racist. And you call that toxic? Bro, I grew up on Black Ops 1 through 3 and Modern Warfare 1 through 3 along with Black Ops Ghost, COD Black Ops 4, the original. Advanced Warfare, all that shit was on the PS3, bro. Fucking Hardline, bro. Battlefield Hardline wasn't that toxic, though, to be fair. The only toxic thing there was the snipers doing 360s on us off of a fucking collapsing crane. Mad respect to those guys, though. But, like, you think iDubbbz has ever done was toxic? He might have, like, a few moments where it's genuinely toxic, or it could be racist, but, like, dude, you need to go play. You need to go to a time machine. Or nah, bro, go on YouTube right now, type in fucking bare minimum 2016 COD gameplay. Bro, that shit's toxic as fuck, no matter what platform. Whether it be Xbox 360 or PS3, that shit was toxic. That shit was more toxic than a League match. And League isn't... People say League is toxic, bro. That shit's a cakewalk compared to what I grew up with. I grew up with people getting so fucking heated. They would take your fucking IP right there, and they would hit you offline for a week. They would do that shit, bro. They did not give a fuck. No one cared about that shit. The only person that cared was you, because you just got hit offline because you was killing this guy and shit talking him, and he didn't like it. That right there would be toxic. iDubbbz is not toxic, bro.
But when it comes to me changing my mind on like 3 things over the course of a decade, that's bad. Like, yes, I've changed on a few things, obviously. From the ages 23 to 35, yes, your opinions are gonna change a little sometimes.
No way, really?
Like, you probably don't believe the same thing.
Yeah, my opinions over the last 10 years have changed a lot, too. 2016, I was 12. I'd be 12 right now, 10 years ago. You know what I cared about back then? Fucking half of the No, I have like maybe 3 things that modern me has relative to that guy. And that's games, anime, and YouTube, bro. That's it. And even then, no. He would get scared watching Attack on Titan. Me, I'd be hyped about Attack on Titan and stuff. I don't like the new season, though. They ruined it. But then Sword Art Online, when that shit was racing, bro, that shit was gas. I loved it. And it's still good. But, like, my political opinions have changed. Because I was always under the assumption of what people were telling me was facts. Like, people were saying, we should have common sense gun laws and stuff. And I'm like, now, 10 years later, I'm like, we've had common sense gun laws. You had to get background check and all this other stuff to buy a gun from a gun store. Other than that, transferring a firearm between 2 private owners and stuff with money transaction or not is fairly simple. You still have to register the gun unless you live in a constitutional carry state where you don't have to register most firearms for specific reasons, whether it's a home defense gun or something like that. You don't need to register it. Concealed carry is cool. You don't need a permit for concealed carry in constitutional carry states. And going to and from hunting, fishing, or camping, you can open carry a gun in your hands. So you could have an M1 Garand or AR-15. You can actively finger not on the trigger unless if you are scared for your life or actively are hunting. Then you can be ready, but you could actively be holding the gun instead of just having it, unless you don't have a strap or a case or whatever, then you can still be holding the gun with one hand like this or some shit. And it'd be fine in most constitutional carry states. And people get mad and call the cops on you. That's their issue. You should look up the gun laws in your state before you even open your mouth about gun laws and any of this other stuff. I want you to go and look at every single fucking rule for guns with the ATF, and then look at your state, because federal may trump state, but some cases state trumps federal to a degree.
things you believed like 10 years
Stay
ago.
educated.
No, absolutely not. Well, I think in that
Protect
video
your
that you
right to
talked about, I
carry.
don't know, I remember like a couple of months ago, you were like, I had a baby, and then I lived in the city, and then I was like, man, maybe safety and putting money into the police isn't that bad, you guys. And maybe that was different when you were like 20 or 25.
Right, exactly. When I was living in like sheltered suburbs, I was like, hey,
Exactly.
Jab, f the police. And then you live, and then you're an adult with a child, and you live in the city, and it's like,
I live in the city. I only did the fuck the police is a meme and shit. Yeah, there's a bunch of corrupt cops and police brutality, but 90% of the time, they need to be more funded. You know how much bullshit a cop goes through on the average day to day, bro? Especially in a city cop? Bro. They put up so much shit.
oh, actually, no. We need more police.
Never mind.
I just confuse terminally left-right-brained people. I always have. Hyper-partisan people absolutely hate me because they can't just, like, put me into a neat little box and then smash that box with a hammer. Hassan usually can hand-wave away critics like, oh, they're just an Israel shill, they're just a Zionist. He can't do that with me. He hand-waves them away by calling them neocons or neoliberals. He can't do that with me. Alt-right incels... He can't do that with me, so what does he do? He malfunctions and starts calling me emo. Like, okay man, you got me. Emo is when eyeliner, I guess. In the hyper-partisan mind, it is completely impossible to hold several non-contradictory opinions at the same time, like wanting free healthcare but also wanting a strong border. Like, to me, those aren't contradictory whatsoever. In fact, that works together. You don't want to override your healthcare system, right? Your focus should be American citizens. Like, in their mind, like, Denmark doesn't exist, right? They think like, oh, if you think unions are important, you must also be for minors having HRT. Like, no. If you believe in public transportation, you also have to believe in abolishing prisons. Like, no. Sorry, no. I don't know how my ideology is confusing. I don't know how they see that as, like, flip-flopping or being a grifter. When to me, it's, like, completely normal.
Neil deGrasse Tyson once talked about this phenomena on a podcast when he was doing jury duty, how the only evidence against this one guy was the recounted story of this one person, and the other person on the other podium in their defense was that that's not what happened, because I was also there. And then Neil deGrasse Tyson proceeds to talk and say something, and then the judge just proved his point, and he didn't say anything. The jury member next to him called the judge out because that's not what Neil deGrasse Tyson said at all. And he was right there when he was right there speaking to you. Like, you twisting things and adding stuff that wasn't there. That's like when I email Twitch about why the hell did you force me to sign out on every device and change my username from fuckface when, and then they're like, they deadass told me that we cannot reserve names for you and all this other stuff, and if it goes against TOS and all this, but that's not why I said. I asked, why did you remove me from having my name when there are other people with, in quotes, fuck, end quotes, in quotes, ass, end quotes, in quotes, bussy, end quotes, etc. That's literally what I said, and they still got it wrong. When they have a fucking message of what I said, like, that's not how that works, dude. My account's 12 years old, and you're now taking action? Fucking crazy, dude.
common sense stuff. Like, you can't have a country in decay like this. You can't. It will not be fixed by people like Hassan telling young men not to aspire for anything and saying stupid shit like telling people it's cool to steal.
Would you steal from Whole Foods?
I'm pro stealing from big corporations.
I'm not pro stealing from anyone.
Like, what in the fucking LARP is that? Yeah, stealing is so cool, dude. Let's just steal from big corporations so those big corporations move out of that community, and then that community turns into a crime-ridden, unsafe shithole ghost town and a food desert. Like, yeah, bro, you're really fighting the man. Listen, you can tell people that billionaires are the real enemy until you are blue in the face, and it might be true, but Jeff Bezos isn't the one stabbing them on a train, you know? You can't have a peaceful, functioning, socialist, or even social democratic society with the delusional social policies of Hassan Piker. You just can't. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on a tangent. It's just so funny he sees my politics as like incoherent, when to me his politics are the ones that are incoherent. The video was barely political. My response to him was about his like nihilistic mindset when it comes to young men. Because for years we had to watch the media shove this guy down.
Yeah, I really don't understand how Shu says something that's not political and Hassan gets fucking triggered. Like, you just camped him in Battlefield and you killed him 6 fucking times. And then he opens up the PlayStation message system and messages you a fucking hate comment or some shit, bro.
Down our throat like he was the Joe Rogan of the left. Ooh, he was gonna save young men from the alt-right pipeline. By the way, this guy is never going to be the...
Bro's like that type of guy that would, when he's drafting that message, he'll have the top message either be, fuck you, you fucking fuck, or all this other stuff, and then you'll open the message, and then he'll have this massive fucking thing. Like, you know how on the PlayStation, when you can send an invite or just a message to someone, and then you would have this header thing that could have, like, 50 characters in it, and then you can have, I think it was 5 or 7 lines of characters. Like, it's more than Twitter or X. I think it was like 300 something characters or something. And then you could just essay why you hate them or something. It was fucking funny, dude.
Joe Rogan of the left, because like Joe Rogan, at least Joe Rogan from years ago, I don't know about now, was all about listening to other people's beliefs and hearing other people's opinions. Hassan does not do that. Hassan closes his ears and goes, la la la, I can't hear you, you're stupid, I'm smart. For years we had to listen to how this guy is gonna push young men away from the GOP. They are leaving the GOP, but they're not going to the Democrats, and I don't know if they're going to the left either. But anyway, my video was not political. In fact, the only part that like was political was the part where I agree with Hassan about the genocide in Gaza.
If you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience.
Very weird coming from a guy who understandably wants everybody to care about a genocide that is happening across the ocean. My point there was, you can't be telling young men to only care about things that directly affect them and then make it your life mission to tell those same young men to care about things that don't directly affect them.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want me to lose chunks of my brain? Do you want me to John Fetterman myself?
You already have a pretty smooth brain, dude. The only reason why you're able to still coherently speak to a degree is because you're a human and you have 86 billion neurons that are preventing you from having a brain that is super smooth. Though I do think you might have brain damage and probably only 85.3 billion neurons. Also, you think you might have done some hardcore drugs in your youth that fucked with your brain a bit. You definitely have a little bit of smoothness somewhere in your brain, bro. Like, you got, not koala bear levels of smooth, but bro, your brain's fucked, bro.
So I can understand the compelling argument the Shuon head makes, one that should have been left in the dustbin of history all the way back in 2016.
As if opinions from 2016 aren't still here today that are good.
Literally, technically, I mean, I'll put my stats on the screen. I am literally more relevant today than 2016. Like, more people are watching. So these aren't opinions from 2016. These are opinions from now, Hassan. People disagree with you now.
Look at me. As an emo girl, 4chan guys who are now 38 years old want to fap to me.
Wait, 4chan guys want to fap to me? Wait, I thought it was super cool and progressive to have like an army of men who simp for you online. That's not very woke of you, Hassan.
First of all, I like how he used the word fap.
That's so old, isn't it? It's like gooning now.
Yes,
Come
it's
on.
gooning. Come on, get with the times. It should have been left in 2016, Hassan. Come on. If this was said by anyone else, he would be calling it misogynistic and sexist, but it's being said by someone with the hive mind approved opinion, so it's okay. It's called dark woke, chud. We decided to become more hypocritical and annoying. You wouldn't get it.
Yo, quick, another side tangent. I have been in spaces where people just say, you're fucking... Like, they said some... I really wish I was recording this, dude. That would have been so good. But they said something about... fucking... they linked the terms pedophile and chud together. And I'm like... Just because someone hates themselves and is depressed and all this other stuff doesn't make them a fucking pedophile, bro. The term chud can mean it's either an insult talking about someone's lifestyle and weight, or it's self-deprecation because you hate yourself and you think you're fat and sloppy and a pig and all this other stuff. Like, nah.
If I was getting paid for men to fap to me like many of his friends and ex-girlfriend porn star do for a living, that would be fine, he would support it. But since I don't do that and I'm just like a normal YouTuber, it's a way to insult and degrade me. It is interesting though how Hassan uses unfuckable as an insult to hurl towards men and fuckable as an insult to hurl towards women. I think it was Bell Hooks that once argued that patriarchy harms men by reducing their worth to status and conquest, while women are harmed by being reduced to only their desirability and being conquered. You should not be getting feminism mogged by someone who does not call themselves a feminist, Hassan. Not a good look, buddy.
That's what I'm
and also,
saying.
bro, you thirst trap more than I ever have in my entire life. You are on the cover of JQ.
even GQ?
You are on the cover of GQ in a f***ing hot tub. I will put the picture up there as censored as I can.
Yeah, that's a bathtub.
To shield everyone's eyes.
Like a little rubber ducky on his pee-pee.
You are spread eagle in a magazine. Let me read this to you. Let me read what this journalist said. Are you ready for this? Here's how Hassan Piker starts each day, working out, shooting the shit. It's Monday, 8:30 a.m. and we're in the backyard of a house in West Hollywood where there's a makeshift private gym with benches, pull-down machines, and dumbbells galore. This is where 34-year-old political influencer keeps his thirsted after body fit.
What? By the way, written by a male too. And I'm just like, I would have thought it was, yes, I'm pretty sure.
He strips his shirt off. An army of girls and gays would kill to be where I am now, next to Piker as he pants in a pair of neon shorts with black Calvin Klein boxers poking out.
The socialist, by the way.
Sunlight glistening off the sweat beading on his chest hairs. So when it's women and gays thirsting after you, then it's a good thing. But God forbid straight men find you attractive. This is the dude that has to keep his girlfriend a secret like some kind of K-pop star so he can like be e-boyfriend for his parasocial female fans. I'm always talking about being married, like when I'm in a relationship, I'm talking about being in a relationship, whatever. I'm the whore, not the one playing e-boyfriend. Look at
You're covered up. You can make the argument with me. When people say like, oh well, she's just a pair of anime tits on the screen. Okay, fair point. However, Shu doesn't
More than
even
just
like
anime
have
tits,
anything
my
that she
opinion.
wears in her YouTube videos that are like revealing. Like she's very moderate.
people. Wait, hold on, sorry. My dad is calling. Wait.
Dad, put me on the phone with him. Hey, we're busy. The left in a MAGA body, bro. That always stuck with me.
A progressive mind and a MAGA body. What did they even mean by that?
Bigotry.
That statement is so dumb. You mean a libtard who likes to work out?
Active and eating healthy and working out is right wing. What the f are we smoking?
For For like a good 3 years, there was this really weird campaign to make Hassan Piker like the face of progressive masculinity in a bizarre attempt to move men to the left. A progressive in a MAGA body, they said, which like, what the f did they mean by that?
Bro,
hey guys, we're not all ugly, just
No, he does not look good in that. Fuck no, bro. Ew.
Freaks, look, there's one of us who's attractive. What? Mr. Piker's success on camera, in some part, has been aided by the fact that he is, by conventional standards, a very handsome man. He is 6 feet 4 inches tall and built like a
Shit. I look slightly better than him, and I'm 6'4". Okay. I'm not built like a professional athlete, though.
professional athlete. A square jaw, a beard, and a head of thick, dark hair. It's the one aspect many of my haters can't shake, Mr. Piker said of his appearance in a Twitch broadcast last year. They can't turn around and be like, you're not hot. Indeed, tens of thousands of viewers may watch his videos for his political views, but many also tune in for their view of Mr. Piker himself, whose social media profiles are littered with suggestive images of his muscly body in states of undress, or thirst traps, as the pictures are known. Some of his fans scrape, screenshot, clip, and repackage them into fan cams that travel across the internet, glorifying Mr. Piker's appearance and indirectly his beliefs. That is yet again another mainstream article saying one of the only reasons people watch Hassan is because he's attractive, and that he uses his appearance and thirst traps to gain a following. So is he like projecting onto me? Is that what this is? Is he like insecure about his thirst traps and his reputation of being nothing but eye candy? And listen, I'm not delusional, okay? Obviously, your looks can help take you further in life, online and offline. Like, if I was morbidly obese or hideously ugly, I probably wouldn't have like half the following I have. You can easily say the same thing for Hassan. But at least I organically collected my simps and didn't have some like astroturfed glaze fest propping me up for years as some kind of like political sex symbol. Embarrassing.
Guys who are now 38 years old want to fap to me.
38. You mean 3 years older than us, Hassan?
Yeah. Oh my god, the people that are in my demographic.
And what's so funny is like his little fangirls were coming at me on Twitter like, you're nearly 40 and you dress like a Hot Topic cashier. Like, and Hassan and I are the exact same age. I think we're a month apart in age. And like, look how he dresses. We are literally co-workers at the Hot Topic, okay?
People like Shoe-on-Head are basically a humanoid version of a f***ing Reddit aggregator.
Reddit? Reddit hates me.
Literally 80% of his audience are f***ing Redditors. Are we f***ing for real right now?
Bro is loved on Reddit. Like, why didn't he say 4chan or Twitter? He's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like, he can't even banter or do the jokes correctly.
Unironically, though, he's as stupid as like he is as stupid as someone that I can't even think of a good joke because that's how stupid he is, and I can't make a joke about anything because it would degrade them more than it degrades him because he would be too stupid to understand the joke. Flat Dr. Pepper. Honestly, not bad. It's nice and creamy. It's like a cream soda. It goes down nice and smooth, and I like it. A flat Dr. Pepper every now and then it's good. But like, nah. See, everyone, I get it. Everyone can make a joke and stuff, but they all don't land and shit. It's fine. It happens. But to make countless jokes and have not a single one stick at all, and they all suck or are all in poor taste, that's a new record.
I think this entire rant, this clip, just sounds like if you were just to post the question, what do you think of Shoe-on-Head on r/politics, and then read the comment section.
Yes.
It's just angry Reddit-coded malding. You wanna know the worst part? This is the best thing you could come up with. This is the best you could do.
Jesus Christ. What an unbearable f***ing way to exist, dude. Oh, I'm getting all my politics from Shoe-on-Head. If you're getting your politics from a person like Shoe-on-Head, you should be embarrassed.
What do you mean, get your politics from Shoe on Head? I don't expect my audience to get their politics from me. I expect them to be entertained, to laugh, to think, to engage with the discourse at hand. I don't try to, like, pass off as someone you should get your politics from. I don't think my audience...
You see, Hassan, that's where you're wrong. You're comparing yourself to Shoe. Shoe's actually a good content creator, unlike you.
Should get their politics.
Well, I can't really speak about that because I'm not really a good content creator because I shitpost. I have scuffed stuff, and every 5 clips I try and upload on YouTube, I fucking fuck up and I can't post them because I'm stupid, or when I'm creating the clip, I forget to click the 3 fucking buttons I need to change the positioning on the thing for the YouTube Shorts, but whatever.
From me or any YouTuber for that matter. I think they should do their own research, come to their own conclusions. I just say my opinions and people are free to agree or disagree. Hassan, on the other hand, like, really thinks he's some serious political commentator. Bro, you're a Twitch streamer. I'm a YouTuber. But that's the difference between you and I. I know what I am.
Oh my God, the things I want to say to people like this.
Then say it.
Say it, pussy. Did he change into a suit because I made fun of his Gucci shirt?
Like, you can literally see him scanning his chat of domestic terrorists, like Redditor for insults, right?
This is so lazy.
I find it more compelling when someone deconstructs why you're being stupid. I swear, I think if he had an audience that thought it was okay, he would obviously bring up that you're a girl. Stupid woman! It's like he's fighting his bro, like, instincts.
He's reverting back to bro tips, Hassan Piker.
Yeah. Bro tips!
This week's bro tip is about bringing out the alpha male in you. This is a classic example of what happens when your father doesn't pay attention to you. You turn out to be a slut who's craving for attention, and then I tend to pick you up at a bar late night and bang you out on the first date.
All his insults I've already 8-miled him on, because I've already made fun of the fact that my eyeliner is from 2008. I'm in no position to talk about style. I still do my makeup like it's 2009. I already made fun of the fact that you shouldn't get your politics from me. If you were going to Shoe on Head for political information, you are deep fried.
He never self-insults. Like, you can make jokes about yourself. Like, I've joked about a million times, like, oh, I'm a 400-pound man behind an avatar. Like, it's funny. Like, who gives a f? I feel like just takes himself way too...
Shit, bro, I self-deprecate so often, I don't even know when I do it anymore.
Seriously, the most popular streamers, every single one that I can name that are at the top with Twitch with Hassan, every single one of them at least, like, makes jokes about their appearance. Asmon talks about how he's bald and doesn't have any teeth. He leaves himself so exposed to being made fun of, and then he wonders why everybody makes fun of him. Like, just join in. It's part of being a human being.
Honestly, good luck, dude.
Thanks.
Wait, Crash, now you like to wipe the drool off his mouth.
People should...
He's like frothing.
Frothing at the mouth like a bulldog.
Alright, so then we got one of these Hassan orbiters. It's a former booby streamer. This is Casey Tron.
Oh my god, I cannot stand this girl. This Shoe on Head girl, pick me woman.
Shoe on Head and her dumb audience.
Her dumb audience of incels. Like,
I mean, well, just look at you. You can't talk. I mean, if we're gonna do this incel shit, look at you. You're a prime example of an incel. You have fucking lip filler, and you're acting like a pick-me right now for your demographic of people. When all Shoe does is be a funny woman on the internet that talks about stuff and reacts to content. And makes content about that and is doing well and has a successful business career, unlike you, who all you have going for you is that you was a booby streamer, and then you decided it's good to hate on people for no reason. I mean, you know what? Belay my last. You can hate on whoever you want. Free country.
I don't know. It's like Shoe on Head. If you like care so much about these incels, go f one.
This is such a self-report for being a retarded whore. Like, I love the implication
That's what I
too that like
just
Casey
said
Brown thinks the
indirectly.
only way you can truly care about men is if you have sex with them. Does this thought process just come free with not having a father figure? Do I have to have unresolved daddy issues to comprehend this?
Is that problematic for me to say?
No, it's just retarded.
Like, prove
I was gonna do that, but I figured they would do it for me, and they did.
you care so much about these incels and their inability to get sex. Go one. Oh, wait, you won't? Because you're just grifting to them? Like, you don't even want to get with them either. But you'll condemn other women for not wanting to who you don't want to Okay.
When did I ever condemn women for not wanting to people? What is it? Hat on foot again. Hat on foot making YouTube videos from Earth 2 about how women own men's sex. What?
She
That's
was?
really
fantasizing.
Why is everything
I mean,
sex with these
Seattle
people
fucking-
too? Like everything is sex. You talk about the human desire to like create a family and have like a legacy, and they're like, sorry you can't get laid, incel. Sorry you can't get pussy.
Says the chick that sits in her room all day and smokes weed until she's numb.
People. Are you being serious? Dog, what are you?
If you look up the dangers of smoking marijuana in like a Kids Dare pamphlet, there's just a picture of Casey Tron's face.
You're happily married and have a child, but because some fat retard on Twitter thinks you're a grifter, you're gonna need to f a bunch of random men to prove them wrong. What do you just have to do? Like a weekly raffle? Pull a random incel out of a hat? How do you verify that one of your
Subscriber
people
number
are
20? Yeah! I stand by what I said. Shoe on Head should be thanking me for giving her and her incel following. Say it again, award! Say it again, award!
incel? It's like a parrot, man.
Yo, I'm willing to bet that every single one of these people are either gonna talk about incel or far right or call us stupid.
What? Incel!
You know, Jafar from the.
We'll bring
Disney?
Hassan is
misogyny, bring up misogyny or mansogyny, one of the two.
Jafar and like
Yeah. Little
sitting
hand
on
on
there,
the
she's
side.
like, "What? Incel?" And he's like, good girl, yes, give it her a crack.
Yeah, here's your cracker.
So once again, people in his chat bought up my video. He has not responded to it. He has not made a single point. Called me emo, called me irrelevant, you know, but he didn't call me wrong. Notice that.
They never
They
call
never
you
call
wrong.
you wrong. They call you emo, but they'll never call you wrong.
Did you see what Shuan had responded on Twitter? No. Also, what? What? Who cares?
Dude, that laugh is killing me.
Yes, who cares? Bro, the fake laugh. What is going on?
That guy does.
What are you guys talking about, man?
What are you guys talking about?
Bro, I'm literally over here talking about how I'm doing a rally with someone who's running in Philadelphia.
I'm out here doing the revolution, okay? Like, that's cute, Hassan. That's adorable.
He's not a politician, man. The majority of the people that know your name only ever heard of you because you electrocuted your dog live on stream.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Does he not understand that 95% of his fan base are terminally online Redditors? Like, they don't give a about your rally, bro, in the background over here. They want you to call Shoe on Head a Nazi to validate their hatred and their feelings.
Whatever the Shuan had said.
That's
It's the laugh again! No, you're joking. Stop.
Hassan is pissed because, like, he's finally out doing something in the real world, and the only thing people care about, the only thing people are talking about in regards to him online right now is this. And you know what? To be, like, completely fair, which is something these people would never do for me, this was a better response than his first response. He's basically just like, I don't care, I'm busy doing, like, real things in the real world. Okay. Fair enough, understandable, have a nice day. But then he says this.
Talk to me when we got the wiki feed ratings up for Shuan Head. Okay, what's her wiki feed looking like? What? Okay, what's her
What is going on? Did I listen to what that woman said? No, absolutely not. Let me know if I can see her feet though.
What?
Honestly, it would be Giga Chat if it came from anyone funny or likable.
Like, if the chatter didn't even bring it up, why did you bring up WikiFeed?
I know. By the way, if you guys don't know, WikiFeed is a website where people upload pictures of like celebrities' feet. Let's look up Hassan's foot.
Oh my, no way. He's got his bare tootsies online.
Wait! I have a higher feet score than Hassan. Is this what this is about?
He's mad?
He's been foot mogged.
By the way, never addressed anything. He's mad?
He's been foot mogged.
By the way,
Bro. Bro. You got out foot mogged and you're dead?
never addressed anything you said. Never
No.
even attempted to refute a point you
No.
made. Just starts going on about like WikiFeed.
If I sold feet pics, if I sold pictures of my feet, would he use this as an insult? No, because he's Mr. Sex Positive, Mr. Sex Work is Real Work, Mr. Brothel Boy.
Yeah, I'm making a difference, unlike Shu and her stupid video. Also, did you know she's stupid?
She's stupid. Don't go watch the video. Don't go watch it, guys. She's stupid.
Also, her feet are kind of nice looking.
The craziest part about all of this was after his crash out and like after everyone was making fun of him, he gets on Twitter and he's like, I've yet to watch any of her content. Excuse me? So what the f are you basing all of this on? How am I stupid? How do I change my politics? How am I just an emo girl that men fap to? Either A, he's lying and he has seen my content, or B, he's just blindly repeating things he's seen other people say about me. Either way, it's pathetic. He's stuck between like wanting to be above it all. Ugh, I don't even know who that is. I'm out here doing the revolution and wanting to tear me down. But he can't do both. So as it stands right now, what he's saying is that he has literally never heard me speak. He just looked at me and went, "Woman online must be a whore." Which honestly, not a bad guess.
People should be more embarrassed, okay? What happened to shame?
Oh, wait,
Be
that-
more.
I mean, that's kind of glorp. It's a bit on the nose on the head there. No one is after this motherfucker's clout. He's talking about him because he's stupid and he's funny to laugh at, not with. Yes, this guy right here, he is correct. Hassan is actual slop.
Embarrassed, okay? What happened to shame?
Daddy, chill. I don't know how. I mean, why? Most people have no idea who that is. You're saying most people have no clue that when there's at least 2.45 million people that know who Sean Head is on the reg. Not to mention that there are people that don't watch Sean Head content directly but watch through React people like VTubers and stuff, and that's where they find her from, and also Twitter and maybe Reddit politics or all this other stuff. Like that, I'm willing to bet there's at least 5 million people that know who Sean Head is, who have seen. That was a bad burp. My fault, gang. My fault. I apologize for having a bad one. But there's at least 5 million people that know Sean Head, like what her content is and stuff. And then there's probably 10 million people that have at least watched one video.
Shame.
Oh, wait.
Oh, and then maybe like 15 million that's heard of her.
I find it incredibly ironic that the guy who used chain lightning on his dog live on stream in front of thousands of people and then lied about it and gaslit everybody thinks that anyone else needs to be embarrassed about anything. Like, you've spent your entire career, the better part of a decade plus, being a political commentator, but the only thing that the majority of the internet knows you for is zapping your dog for stepping off its 4 square foot cot that you've designated for it. That's your legacy, Hassan.
Shot my dog, I can't stop, yeah.
Like, obviously, he watched the video and something in it really had him rattled. Like, was it the brothel thing? Was it the clock meme? Because if it was the clock meme, that was a joke, okay? We're the same age, Hassan. It is not too late. This is all not that serious. I just thought it was really funny and everybody was asking for a response video. So there's your response video. I also just want to make it clear that if he responds, I will not be responding back unless it's something absolutely insane that requires a response. I refuse to get caught in the Hassan Piker content loop. I will leave that to the professional Hassan Piker farmers. There are people who have made diabolical wealth off of farming this guy, okay? I am but a humble culture war farmer. I am but a humble gender war farmer. And my crops are dying. I must get back to them. They're calling him the corniest man alive. The final boss of performative male feminism. The human Brian Griffin. This is like when like a hot girl has like a video game controller and she's like licking it. She's like,
yes, or like with the cat ears, the little headset with the cat ears. I love that there's not just one picture, it's 2 in different shots. So like, it's like, dude, can you just take a picture of me like holding it and then like putting it down on my lap,
solemnly looking out the window?
My dog is literally just sitting next to me, staring at me. He knows I'm talking about Hassan. He knows, Kaya, I will save you.
Okay, Alana, thank you for joining me. You made it less painful to watch this shit, okay? I'm glad you were with me for this. Plug your stuff for everybody watching.
Follow me on Twitter, on Smugalana. Follow me on Twitch. I go live 5 days a week. Join my Discord. Lots of really nice people to hang out in there. Absolute pleasure, Kami Mommy. Emo girl with the feet.
Yes. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. I'm going to start doing live streams for Patreon members only. That should be a lot of fun, and I will see you guys next time with a new video.
There's a Sean Head react. I didn't really do much other than extend the video of 34 minutes and 3 seconds by 40-something minutes. Certified yapper. Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna do 1 react. I'm gonna try and do 1 react once a day. Try and do it on Sundays. Yeah. Ignore all the stuff right here. Yeah. Ignore that I have my own things right there, and I have a rice purity score. I had to do this because someone wanted to know it. It's 40. There you go. You're happy. And then yeah.
Goodbye.
And then I have that there too, because yeah, you can't get a job in today's economy for shit, because yeah, it's broken, it's fucked, it's trash, everyone hates it, it's garbage, it's stinky poo poo. Goodbye, people.